Hey guys, what's up? Today we're doing a video in Elder Scrolls Online, and today I'm going to be giving you my very late first impressions. If you guys don't know, this game's been out for about a month, maybe in a month or two now, and I have mixed feelings about it sometimes. Honestly, now I have very good feelings about it, but at first I was kind of, in between a lot, just because, I'm new to the MMO, system and all that stuff, and that's actually one of my points I'm going to be talking about. Is this is my first MMO, and being that it's an Elder Scrolls game, just makes it a lot easier for me to get into it, just because I've been playing Elder Scrolls since I was like 6 or 7, if I hadn't mentioned that before. Like, I was about 6 or 7 when I first played Morrowind. I had no idea what I was doing, and I only ran around, from the cities and traveling back and forth, stealing stuff and killing creatures, of course. Most of the time, I only got about an hour into the game quest-wise, and I would just stop there and just do whatever. And honestly, I just messed around the very first area with the different, races. At first, I started off as a wood elf, then I experimented with orcs, and I think maybe even like a red guard or something like that, and imperial, stuff like that. Eventually, I settled on the Argonians, and that's what I've been sticking to since Morrowind. So, and they have seen a lot of changes actually, so that's actually very interesting to see, come from there. And then Oblivion, and then Skyrim, and then obviously this. And obviously, as I got older, I've got more understanding of the quests and stuff that you're doing. And about the time Skyrim came around, I fully understood the story and all that stuff, because I was still pretty young actually when Oblivion came out, because I think that came out like what, 2006. So I was in 6th grade, and that's amazing. But yeah, I'm going to try to focus on this game. I've been too much rambling on about the past games, and I'm going to go and say that if you're a Elder Scrolls fan, that you do need to play this actually, just because it gives you some history on like the second era. And if you don't know, I think Morrowind and Oblivion takes place in the third era. So and then Skyrim takes place in the fourth, and then maybe the next game takes place in the fourth, maybe fifth. I don't know. So far, Skyrim is what we have from the latest, in the future, and this is, I think, chronologically, this is the furthest back we have ever been. I'm not sure about the first and second games of the Elder Scrolls, because I've never played them before. I just got the kind of gist of it. But it's very easy to get into if you're a fan, and also it's very easy to get into if you're a newcomer to MMOs or just the Elder Scrolls in general. Because like I said, I've been playing for a while, but Daniel and Eli haven't been playing as long as I have, and they got into it, and they actually kind of enjoyed it a little bit. They've only played for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, or something like that. Very little compared to what I have, but, they enjoyed their time. But, it's, if you're a huge fan, you'll probably go like it more, appreciate it more, and, get really into the story like I am, because, it's very fun to see all these, like, factions, these races that, like, in the past, they would have actually absolutely hated each other, and now they're actually maybe forced to fight together just to survive. That's kind of like the Ebonheart Pact is. I think the other two factions are actually more allies, but the Ebonheart Pact is just, alright, we need to survive, let's help each other out here, and, we can finally, set aside our differences and go fight. So that's honestly the only. It's actually very unexpected, because you see Dark Elves and Argonians fighting together. Because I think later in games they actually the Dark Elves actually use Argonians as slaves. So hopefully that actually plays into the plot of the next game. Because a lot of people say that they want to see the Argonians rebel. I'm not sure by the time of Oblivion or Skyrim or Morrowind and stuff like that. I know in Morrowind they're still slaves. I'm not sure by Skyrim they are or not. I think that's one of the things you have to read into the books, which I do occasionally, but no, mostly I focus on the side quests and main quests and stuff like that. Let's talk about the playing area for a couple minutes. If you don't know, generally these games have just huge amounts of playing area. And if you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure this has the biggest playing area of any of the Elder Scrolls games so far, just because you have like 4 to 5 zones or regions per faction, plus Cyrodiil and Cold Harbor. So there's also three campaigns. You got the campaigns of Ebonheart, the Dominion, and the Covenant. So once you go through one, you get to play another one, and then once you get through that one, you get to play the third and last one. So that's basically like 15 zones, maybe, if that. I mean, I haven't actually taken the time to actually count out zones, per faction yet, but I know there's like at least 4 per each. So that's actually still quite a lot. And then you gotta think about there's also the Cold Harbor, Plain of Oblivion that Molag Bal inhabits, so you gotta have that stuff. That's actually a decent size. And then you have Cyrodiil, which if any of you guys are even mildly a fan of Elder Scrolls, the Oblivion took place in Cyrodiil. The Oblivion Crisis, with Mehrunes Dagon and the Deadlands and all that good stuff. But in this game, no one rules the Imperial City, and the 3 factions are head-to-head fighting to see who can take control of the throne. And eventually, I do believe that we all know what happens is the Imperials somehow gain control back, and then obviously they take control. Cause obviously it wouldn't be called the Imperial City. The Imperials didn't have anything to do with it. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of go off track for a little bit right now. The Imperial City DLC comes out next month, which is, well, actually, I think it comes out this month for, PC players, and it comes out next month for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 players. I'm really looking forward to it, just because, well, it's the Imperial City, obviously, but, just because it comes with this new, motif, and if you guys don't know, it's the, Imperial Dagger, they call it. I don't know how to pronounce what exactly it's called. I think it's like the Zivkin or something like that. Basically, it's the armor set that we saw in the cinematic trailers for the game. And honestly, the Daedric armor in game right now looks alright, but nowhere near as cool looking as the armor we saw in the trailers. So I guess they saw that everybody was disappointed about the new Daedric armor set, and they went ahead and made this new one. It actually looks very similar to the one in Skyrim, but it looks exactly the same, the one in the cinematic trailer. So I guess there's actually not too much to say at this point. Just the game's alright. I know a lot of people had negative things to say about it at first, just because it was a lot of people saw it as a cash grab. I was going to avoid it at that point, but like I saw all these changes were happening, and eventually I just got really excited for it, and I bought it, pre-ordered and all that good stuff, and it turned out really well in my favor, and it was actually pretty cool. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.